It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. On the Tampa sideline, head coach Todd Bowles. These guys appear to have figured things out as of late, 4-2 over their last 6 games. On the other side, Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Here we go. Quickly to the air is Burrow. Finds his receiver, Watson. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game. And that's caught inside the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Wide 80. Wide 80.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Fourth down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked #9 in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So on 4th down, on is Riley Dixon to punt for Tampa Bay. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. 12. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
at the 45-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Quick slant to Watson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Stop. Hey, can.
On first and 10, here's Brown. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stumped that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. But he's picking up where he left off last week. A tackle for loss there. And remember, coming off the end a week ago, 4 of them.
And I like how you said picking up because that means he's probably using his hands really well. I know people don't think about it a whole lot. He's got to use those to control the people trying to block him, shed them, and get to the ball carrier in the offensive backfield.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Here's second and 10. Mayfield to throw it. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Here's Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. left sideline. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
180! What's that? What's that?
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
2nd and 10.
Good. 180! What's that? What's that?
Going to the air again with Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
180! What's that?
Irving is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown set to take over once more. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Boy, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Now a give left side, Brown with it. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
11 MT. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11.
From midfield now, Burrow. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Bengals first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
First down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
This is Brown going up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
11 Thomas.
Right back to Brown. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
They go play action with Burrow. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Down the sideline he goes. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So Go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis. So to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
12. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving getting ready to go back to work. And he has made his presence felt to the ground game already in this first quarter. They might very well lean on him the rest of the way. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Early down run stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second down and 8. Now Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Mayfield. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
11.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And down he goes, a Buccaneers sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. That's taken in by Watson. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 8. And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Oh, they had a good chance to get off the field defensively there. If they could just wrap up, it's going to be a 4th down. But instead, they can't get him on the deck, and he allows them to pick up the first down.
On 1, ready? Here we go, here we go.
In motion comes the tight end left. Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to let it go deep. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Eleven, Thomas. What is that?
Now Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Good. 180. What's that?
Mayfield down. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw, Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
For the Buccaneers field goal, a 56-yard attempt.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
11.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Now they go screen, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
24 more yards. That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
11, Thomas.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Out route, it's complete to Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are back within a score. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14 to 10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense and veteran Chris Godwin getting set for this next drive. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Mayfield. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Open man is chased complete.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
At their 48-yard line.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They give it to Brown. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Watson has it right side. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
11 MT.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Get set. 12, 11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
Play action. It's Burrow. Complete once again to Watson. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. 3rd and 7 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Right 80.
Here's Burrow. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
11. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT.
And they go play action now. Burrow finds his receiver, Watson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
11.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive.
11, Tommy.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 75. And the Bengals are able to move back in front. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down at 7.
180. What's that? What's that?
Mayfield. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Shamar Stewart. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
180. What's that?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
180. Stop.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. And that will be incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Here's Riley Dixon now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Watson. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. The last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 180. 180. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 180.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Burrow will throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he's across midfield to the 48.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's taken in by Watson. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.